Hey, Chris. Can you hear me? Hey, Chris.
Hi,
How are you?
good. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for making the time to come on the show. Really appreciate it. Where are you in the world? In the world.
I'm I'm in Minnesota in the U.S.
Nice, nice. And
Yeah.
and have you had a busy day?
Yeah, just running around, normal kind of life stuff though.
Mhm. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I wanted to get you on for a couple of reasons. I'm a fan of your interviews and what you've done, and I've been looking at it the past few weeks, and you've spoken to some incredible people, and you obviously have quite a fandom, and you yourself are a big anime fan. What made you start your interviews?
It started because during the height of COVID in 2020, I virtually met Eric Vale through a convention. And after we talked for like 10 minutes or so, I just realized that a lot of the voice actors for anime that I grew up with hadn't done interviews talking about roles that I liked them the most for. So I just thought to myself that I was going to try and do it without paying for it. And fortunately, it worked out more than I ever thought it would.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. You've done so many incredible interviews, and you're a great interviewer as well. Is
Oh,
it
thank you.
have you always been like that? Is that something that you've always been interested in, or you just like the anime part of things?
Well, no, I never really thought I would like wind up doing what I'm doing now. I've always appreciated voice actors and dubs, and I've always wanted to tell certain people that what their performance has meant for me in something. So I think that's probably what it stemmed from.
Cool, cool. That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, what's your talking about you being an anime fan? What would your top three anime be?
Probably, probably one is Rurouni Kenshin. Two is Sailor Moon, and then three is a late '90s horror series called Nightwalker.
Oh, I haven't heard the first and the third. I'll have to check them out, add them to the list. Are they older or newer anime?
Well, Kenshin, yeah, they're all from the '90s, but Kenshin currently has a remake that's airing right now.
That's awesome. And you're enjoying the
Yeah,
remake? Is it as good as the original?
yeah. I mean, it's just following the manga exact again, so it's just a updated animation version of it.
Cool. Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool. And in terms of voice actors, do you have a favorite voice actor?
I don't know if I have like a single favorite, but um, one of them is definitely Wendy Lee.
Wendy Lee. Who does she voice?
She's Faye in Bebop, um, Haruhi in Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, um, Yoruichi in Bleach, uh, TK in Digimon. Um, yeah, she's been doing it since 1985, so she's like known for a lot of stuff.
That's awesome. Wow, that's really really cool. Have you do you have like a particular person that you haven't been able to get on your show that you'd really want to get on your show to talk to?
Uh, yeah, in terms of anime people, I don't know. I guess like I think this is probably the same for a lot of people, but somebody like Matthew Mercer would be amazing, of course. Liam O'Brien, people like that.
Mm. Nice. That's awesome. Have you do you get nervous before your interviews? You never seem nervous.
No, not really. You don't really seem like you get nervous either.
Yeah, I mean, I do get nervous. I do, but I hide it.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time. Um, I mean, sometimes I show it a bit too much by maybe babbling a little bit too much, but but I there are some interviews I get more nervous for than others. But I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan in the past, and um, Pokemon obviously, and a few other. So I think those ones that I grew up with, I think to myself, wow, I'm actually talking to these people, and it's quite an incredible
Right.
feeling. Yeah, I I went to a convention here because I'm in New Zealand, and one
Okay.
of the conventions I spoke to one of the voice actors, and it stemmed from that. I interviewed her after that, Veronica Taylor, Ash
Yep.
Ketchum's voice actor, and started there, and which is a hard place to start because she's so amazing. But that was really really
For
cool.
sure.
Yeah. Um, okay, that's good to hear. You got a top three anime. You enjoy some voice actors. Now, for the people listening, for my listeners, where can they find your interviews?
They're all just on my YouTube, which is under my name, Chris Mayek. So it's ChrisMayek, and I also um, I correlate a lot of stuff to Reddit as well, primarily the Fire Emblem subreddits and various Genshin Impact subreddits, because I also do a lot of voice actors that are in both those franchises.
Cool. Oh, that's you like it? Is I've heard a lot about Genshin Impact recently. That's a game, right?
Yeah,
Sorry, okay, and it's a PC game.
yeah. I mean, well, you can play it on like I think you can play it like on PS4 too, and like a bunch of other different platforms. But mostly, I think most people probably use their computer. Yeah,
Okay, all right. Is it like Final Fantasy type thing, or what's the is it a role play?
it's an open world
Yeah.
MMO role playing game. Yeah.
Cool, cool. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption recently, and that's pretty open world and incredible. um, I need to check out Genshin Impact. Then it sounds yeah, because the reason I said that is because a lot of voice actors have been posting, "Oh, I'm in Genshin Impact. I voiced this character," and I just wasn't sure
Yep.
exactly what it is. I thought it was like something like RuneScape initially, but that's
Oh,
awesome. um, would you have could you do you have any controversial anime opinions?
uh, probably. I don't. I've never liked One Piece. That's probably like my biggest one.
Oh my goodness! All right, good talking to you. I'm just joking. You have you started watching it and you just didn't take to it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a number of reasons. A big one for me with any anime is that if I personally think that the art style is off-putting, then I just can't get into something, and that's a big player for One Piece. And also like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I'm not really into that at all either.
Yeah, I did struggle to. I haven't watched JoJo's, but from what I've seen of it, the art style is different, and it can be challenging to get into. One Piece does start off like that. Now, where I am up to in the Wano series, the animation is absolutely incredible. It's on
Yeah.
par with things like Demon Slayer and stuff like that. But yeah, it is harder to get into for sure because I started. I'm like, okay, this is different, especially when you go from a new age anime to that. It's challenging. Um,
Hmm.
so do you have any anime goosebump moments that you can think of that have given you goosebumps?
Yeah. There's probably several. There's several in Sailor Moon for sure, like the original Sailor Moon.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to think of like something that you have seen too that you could relate. Um,
Yeah, I haven't seen Sailor Moon, unfortunately. Was it around the time of Dragon Ball?
yeah,
And didn't
it's
yeah.
the same company produced it too.
And didn't Veronica Taylor voice act in Sailor Moon?
Yeah, she plays Sailor Pluto.
Oh yeah.
But I guess just one. I know a lot of people share this as well. Several moments in Demon Slayer. Um, I think even the most. I knew what happened because I had read all the manga already, but in the past season, where um, people are led to believe that Nezuko died. That was just super well done. The performances for that, but in both languages.
Oh, so true. And the music, it just swells and makes you tear up, and it's such incredible music. So I feel you there. That's a great. What's that tattoo on your arm? Is that an anime one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
nice. That is cool. Have you
thank
had
you.
them a long time?
I had this is Sailor Uranus. I've had that for a year, and then this is a character from Fire Emblem. This is I've had that for since last October, so basically a year is that too.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Do you have a lot of friends in your life that share your love of anime?
Yeah, I mean, I have enough people, um, a good enough amount of people in real life that I can talk to about it,
Mhm.
that like it as much as I do. It's kind of, I mean, nowadays it's more common, I think, to be into it, than it ever has been, uh, which is really nice. So yeah, but more online connections, of course,
Mm.
instead of real life for anime fans.
Yeah, it's more challenging. I live in a small town, so real life's hard to find anime fans. But that was one of the reasons I started the podcast. I'm meeting so many cool people like yourself, and making these cool connections around the world. It's quite special. Um, and with the hair like you have, you must be a model or something like that. You got that hair, you got the big lips, you've got the good fashion sense. Are you what do you do modeling for your day job or?
Oh, thank you. No, I've just always had longer hair, and uh, I don't know. I didn't really become more confident in myself until turning 25 last year. So I guess ever since then, I've just been putting myself out there
Mhm.
more, and going into the city where, because I live outside of a big metropolitan area. So then just going into the city for various club things and events like that. So um, I don't know, but to answer your question, no, I don't model or anything.
Okay, all right. You should. You should give it a go for sure. um, what's been the hardest part of having the show that you have? What's been one of the most challenging parts of the whole thing?
Uh, it's not so much challenging as it is just frustrating when I'm sure maybe you've seen this too, when big names in modern anime say that they don't do interviews like on their website, or they tell you directly, but then you see them doing interviews the same exact way with another voice actor that they're friends with.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, all the time. And
that's pretty common.
I mean, there's been many moments where I've been like, I'm just gonna give up because like sometimes you reach out to so many people and they don't respond, or they're negative about it or something, and you're just like, my goodness, I'm just trying to talk to these guys, you know. But and then you're right, they go on other interviews or something like that. It's definitely challenging to get people. I suppose that's the hardest part of it all.
Hmm.
Um, but how cool is the feeling when you get someone that you really like and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm actually going to talk to this person.
Right.
It makes it worth it for sure. Um, and you're obviously quite big on social media as well. Um, what what's the content that you post the most? More anime stuff?
Well, on my like main real life Instagram that you've reached out to me on, I just post mostly just stuff that's um, non-anime, but I have an anime Instagram too. Anime slash like just talk about anything in my life. That's called Moonlight on Violets, and then
Okay,
on Reddit, I mostly just post. I guess it's anime and like anime video game stuff.
cool. Yeah, I'm still getting used to Reddit. Um, I'm not I'm not the greatest at it because you need that. I'm getting used to that bloomin' you need the upvotes and stuff like that to be able to post in certain groups, and I'm getting used to it,
Yep.
but I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm only 30. Yeah, I'm only 5 years older than you, but I feel like the way we're talking, I sound like a grandpa. Um, but yeah, Reddit and then Twitter, I need to improve on as well. Um, but I'm learning as I go, and just having fun with it. So do you have a day job?
Yeah, right, right, right now, and for a while, I've actually been. I guess the the actual term would be a broker for artwork. My main hobby is collecting production artwork for anime. Back when that's how, like, I'm sure maybe you know what animation cells are. Like back
Hmm.
how everything used to be hand drawn and hand painted by studios. So I've been business partners with a guy in Kansas who's like my parents' age that's been dealing with production art for animation since the '90s, and so I work for him. The company is called Asylum Anime. They have a website. They sell stuff at conventions too. He's been
Wow,
around for a long time. Yeah,
that's incredible. You enjoy that?
yeah. It's been really cool. I've been doing that since 2019.
With your interviews and what you're doing, what would be your end goal? Would you want to do it full time? Would you want to have a show, regular show? What would be your goal with it?
I guess ideally it would be cool to have officially have a show, get paid for doing it. Um, not like in. I mean, I guess if I got paid for it in a YouTube way, that's fine too. But um, yeah, that would be the end goal. But it's not a die hard thing for me. It's been really enjoyable so far. So if it just stays where it is, I'm fine with that as well.
Awesome, awesome. Well, a lot of my fans are your fans, I've noticed, and I mean, you have a massive, much bigger following than I do, but I do thoroughly enjoy your content. So please keep it up. It's
Oh, thank you.
when I see you've got, I look at your people you've interviewed, I'm like, wow, you've interviewed so many incredible people. So congratulations on your success, and I'm hoping that if you ever want to co-host or if I ever need a co-host or we can call on each other and
Yeah,
have some fun together. Maybe do some more collabs. Um, I think that would be great. I consider you a friend now and another connection in the industry.
yeah, you as well. Yeah, it's nice that. Well, I can say that you seem to have started off more strong with people that you're getting than I did, which is cool.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thanks, Chris. You're amazing. And I'll post this podcast in a couple of weeks, and I know our fans will love hearing from you and hearing how it all began for you. But yeah, really appreciate you making the time. And
Yeah,
yeah, so we'll find you on YouTube and Instagram with your name, Chris Mayek.
yep,
And yeah, have a great day, brother. Thank you so much, Chris, for making the time.
yeah. You have a good rest of your day as well.
Thank you.